Good morning, amazing people. It's Mark Wilkinson here. It is Well Done Wednesday, 8 a.m. here in London. Welcome along. So there's lots of things to discuss this morning, and one of them is being happy for no reason. I wonder whether or not you think that that's something that's achievable or something that that would require quite a bit of work from you. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear your concepts. But Being Happy for No Reason is actually a new book. Well, it's not a new book. It's a book from Marc Shimoff, who is going to be a guest on Straight Talking in the next couple of weeks. So tonight I've got the UK Soulful House Mafia that I've dubbed them. Andy Ward, Lee Wright and Craig Bartlett are all going to join me this evening. And then next Wednesday I've got an absolute powerhouse in Peggy McColl, dynamite author, 19 books. And then the week after that, I've got Marc Shimoff, who starred in The Secret and has also endorsed, as Peggy has, Life Remixed. So absolutely buzzing about having all of these people lining up to come onto the show with me. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Diana's here. Good morning, Diana. I hope you're good. Looking forward to catching up with you again very, very soon. So yeah, I'm looking at Marcy's book, Happy for No Reason. And I started to think about a few things that I've done in my own life that have actually, given me great results. Excellent. Diana's reading Savvy Wisdom at the moment. Excellent. Especially when you get to the last 3 chapters, Diana. It's going to become very, very relevant for you. So I'm looking forward to you. Getting to that point. You'll probably send me a message after that, I expect. And Steve's here. Morning, Steve. How are you, mate? I hope you're good. So yeah, look, I'm reading Marc Shimoff's Happy for No Reason, and it's led me on to a couple of other things I want to share with you. But the first bit, see if any of these sound familiar to you, either now where you are or in your previous life or wherever you've been throughout the world. I'll be happy when I have a perfect mate. I'll be happy when I have a better job. I'll be happy when I have a baby or another baby. I'll be happy when the kids are at school. I'll be happy when the kids have grown up. I'll be happy when I get more recognition or appreciation. I'll be happy when I can retire. There's a lot of I'll be happy when. It's really, really interesting to understand that. So you can hijack. It's great to that's for Lofty. Brilliant. Yeah. It's a message for Lofty. Don't want to hijack Mark's wall, but great to hear the story the other week. Big respect. So that's absolutely right to Lofty. And the rest of the guys are all on there. And I'm looking forward to Andy being live with us tonight. And Celtic Alan's there with us as well. Great to have you on board. So any of those things that I'll be happy when. There's a lot of that, isn't there? I'll be happy when. It's really interesting, isn't it? Because we spend a lot of our time thinking into the future. Like, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy when that happens. And actually, it can actually sort of like spoil the present moment, because what you're saying is that I'll be happy when that happens, but I'm not that happy right now. And I think it's something to really get your head around. There's another one. I'll be happy when I lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds or 5 kilograms or whatever it's going to be, right? There's plenty of that going around as well, especially after Christmas and especially during lockdown. So I'll be happy when is something that you've got to start to think about, because actually you're missing out. You're missing out on life's journey. And I don't want you to be missing out on life's journey at all. So one of the things I did, I've got this free gift on my website. If you go to markwilkinsonofficial.com, we've got this fulfillment grid, which is on my website. Just go to markwilkinsonofficial.com and then go to free. I think it's free downloads, and then you can click through and you can get yourselves this fulfillment grid. Okay. Now, after I had some tough times. I got this and I was like, right, okay, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to work out how it's going to help me. But to be honest, it was pretty blank. And I was looking at it going, well, what am I supposed to be doing here? Because I was single. My career had gone down the pan. I wasn't really doing much personal growth. And you can see how it goes. At the time, I didn't feel like I had many friends, because I'd been through the sort of washing machine of life and come out the other side. Certainly wasn't doing a lot of spiritual growth. I wasn't that close to some of my family members, and it goes on. And I was like, well, actually, this is why my life feels a bit weird right now, And I think it's something that it gave me a real opportunity to look at my life and say, well, perhaps if I start to fill some of these boxes, I'm going to feel more fulfilled, right? So I just did a quick exercise before I came online. Because this fulfillment is your happiness, is your inner joy, is your life. So I've written a new one, and I wrote it up this morning just before I came online. and you can see it's all nice and full. With personal growth, I've just put reading and studying. So I'm always reading and studying with personal growth. For my career, multiple sources of income and happy and successful. For a relationship, married and happy. Friends, many and happy. Spiritual growth, happy and always learning. Family are all great and all happy, which is beautiful. I'm so pleased about that. A bit of playtime. I love my DJ mixes on a Saturday night. A bit of FIFA with some friends and then my niece and nephew. Alone time I get when I go out and do a bit of cycling or go to the gym. And community and charity. There's a bit of a gap there. There is. There's a bit of a gap there because I give money, but I don't necessarily give that much time at the moment to community and charity. So I think it's something I probably need to do a bit more of as we come out of lockdown. It's something to give myself some more fulfillment in that area. But it's really important. It's a really important exercise to fill all of those boxes. If you can fill all of those boxes with something that's going on, that you're growing in, that you're learning in, that you're doing something in, all of a sudden, life starts to feel a lot more fulfilled. And then I believe you can get yourself more towards happy for no reason. And I'll be discussing that with Marcy when she comes onto the show, of course, in a couple of weeks. Like I mentioned, Andy Ward and UK Soulful House Mafia that I've dubbed them, Craig Bartlett and Lee Wright will be with me live tonight at 7:30 p.m. GMT. So that's going to be great. And then, Peggy McCall the following Wednesday and Marcy Shimoff the Wednesday after that. So it's going to be a busy schedule and an amazing time as Life Remixed gets ready to hit the shelves and get out there. So that's going to be amazing. But there's some great questionnaires. There's a great questionnaire in this book here as well about being happy for no reason, which I'll go through in just a moment. Louise Hay in You Can Heal Your Life, another incredible book. Louise Hay says in here about problems and the beliefs that can lead to the problems. So, for instance, financial disaster, which obviously is something that happened to me. My belief was I'm not worthy of having money, or the belief is I'm not worthy of having money. And I certainly fell into that trap when I was younger. I didn't feel I was worthy, and guess what? That's what showed up in my life, and it was really, really interesting thing to go through. No friends. If you haven't got enough friends, you might believe that nobody loves you or you're unlovable or whatever. So that's one that's interesting. If you've got problems with work or problems with your career, you might have an inner voice or a belief system that's saying, I'm not good enough. Yeah. And I hear that a lot. I do hear that a lot from clients. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Or as I might call it, the imposter syndrome. Yeah. You get, you kind of, even if you get yourself up to a very senior level in a company, you might still have imposter syndrome. That I'm not good enough and maybe I'm not meant to be here sort of thing, So it's a very, very interesting thing to start to study and learn about the belief systems and where they come from. Because that's like it's the root of the weed, if you like. If you can get to that root and get that weed out, putting in a gardening analogy, if you can get that out, then all of a sudden you realize that you are good enough. You realize that people do love you. You realize that you love you. You realize that you are worthy of having plenty of money and get relaxed with it, and enjoy that. And then the last one is you're always pleasing others. Bless her, my lovely mother. She's always trying to please everyone else. Always. And one of the beliefs that comes out of it is that she never gets her own way. Now, I'm pleased to say in recent years that's changed a lot, and I'm actually making sure that she's looked after and she's got a great gift of life, and we take her away on holidays and all sorts of stuff. So she does get her way, but the belief certainly was when she was younger was that she was not worthy and she never gets her way. And I picked up some of that, of course, from, as you do from your parents. But whatever the problem is, again, this is from Louise Hay, whatever the problem is, it comes from a thought pattern, and thought patterns can be changed. Yeah, you are responsible for your thoughts and you can change them. Okay. It may feel like it's very, very true. The belief that you're holding on to, it might feel like it's the absolute truth. And it may seem true as it's come true in your surroundings and everything else, but we're wrestling we're wrestling in our mind with these like negative thoughts and these negative thought patterns. But no matter how difficult an issue is, it is only an outer result of an effect of an inner thought pattern. So your thoughts happen first, and then the outside takes shape around it. And it's honestly, when the penny started to drop for me, I was like, yeah. I see it now, I see that. I'm like, okay, so if I could create, very negative situations in my own life, then perhaps I can create really positive situations in my own life. And that was a great moment, actually. It was a great turning point. So there's a nice little questionnaire in here, in Happy for No Reason. It says, I often feel happy and satisfied for no particular reason. And this is, you can score yourself 1 to 5. So Marcy's book, I'm just starting it actually because I'm interviewing her in a couple of weeks. So obviously I want to understand more about what she's doing. I often feel happy and satisfied for no reason. I live in the moment. How many of you actually live in the present moment, right here, right now, this moment? Very often it happens to me. It happens to me at the moment with the book, with Life Remixed. I end up going off into like different areas about, will it be successful, or will anyone care, or will, you know, that kind of stuff. It happens. I know it happens. It happens to everyone. It's okay to admit it, and it's okay to say, right, okay, bring yourself back to the present moment. The only moment that matters is this moment that I'm talking to you right now with. And now that one's gone, and now it's this moment, and now that one's gone, and it's this. So, you know, it's tough. It's tough to do, and it can go off into lots of different areas. But if we can keep ourselves back on track as much as we possibly can with absolute laser-like focus, that's where your joy is, and that's where your success is. So, yeah, I live in the moment. I feel alive, vital, and energetic. And remember, you can score yourselves out of 1 to 5 in Marcy's book here. I experience a deep sense of inner peace and well-being. Yeah. I'm probably giving myself a 4.5 out of 5 on that one. Life is a great adventure for me. Yeah, absolutely. I love I'll put a 5 on that one. I don't let bad situations keep me down. Many of us do, don't we? So a bad situation. If I'd have collapsed, you know, after all of these disasters that hit me, if I'd have just given up, then obviously that would be that, right? But thankfully, they haven't kept me down, and I've come back again, and I will continue to do that every single day of my life, because I'm happy for no reason, and I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be on the planet. I'm grateful for the rest of this day. You know, it's really, really important. I'm enthusiastic about the things I do, and I am. I'm always enthused. I'm always happy with what I'm doing. I have an experience of laughter and joy, and I trust that this is a friendly universe. Very, very important. And these questions go on, and it's brilliant. There's 20 questions, and you can score yourself out of 100 on that, and then you can see where you are on the happiness scale. So I think that's really, really important. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, there's great stuff out there. And remember, I'll be happy when is a myth. It is an absolute myth. Yeah. A lot of people as well say, I'll be happy when I can go back on holiday, or I'll be happy when I can do, you know, leave the house again and stuff like that. We're missing the point there. We're missing the point. We've got to choose to be in a real happy zone all the time. You can do it. It might take some work. It might take more work for some people than it does for others. Other people might just be brought up that way and just feel it great all the time. So that's all good. But what I would say is just make sure you're in a really positive place majority of the time. And if you're not sure how to do it, then study. I've studied with some of the world's finest coaches. I've studied with some of the world's finest thinkers and creators, and I continue to do so because it works. It absolutely works. So get around people that are already living the way that you would like to live, and then crack on, right? Absolutely crack on. So look, as I said, tonight is going to be a bit of a riot again tonight. So I've got Andy Ward, Lee Wright and Craig Bartlett joining me tonight online. So that's going to be fantastic. 7:30 p.m. GMT. And then on Friday, Fearless Friday, I'm going to be online with some of my Hasmark publishing team that I'm being published by. So 5 p.m. GMT on Friday. Saturday will be a nice DJ mix, and then we go back into the regular schedule, except for next Tuesday is the release date of Life Remixed. So Tuesday evening, I'll be live online reviewing the last chapter, which incidentally is called Celebration. So I haven't timed this, it's just happened. I'll be reviewing chapter 14 next Tuesday evening at 7:30 p.m. GMT. And then straight after that, I'm going to do a fun DJ mix on a Tuesday evening. Because I can. It's, you know, every day is pretty much the same. I'm going to spend a couple of hours online next Tuesday evening just as a celebration DJ mix as the book hits Amazon and hits the shelves. Yeah, look, it's out there. It'll be available as of next Tuesday. Any of you that have pre-ordered for signed copies, I've done the pre-order. I'm waiting for them to arrive here. So I need to check on that delivery date. And as soon as they arrive here, I'll be signing them and then we'll be posting them on. So, yeah, it's all wonderful stuff. Matt's just saying great stuff. Well done Wednesday, mate. I'm loving your journey. And Diana, I'm loving your journey too. And she says exciting. Yeah, it's great. You know, I'm so happy and grateful that Life Remixed is going to hit the shelves and people are going to be able to read it. And then, yeah, I'm looking forward to all of the feedback. It's going to be wonderful stuff. Lucy's here as well. Wonderful. Look at that exciting stuff. Yes, I love your photo there, Lucy. You're lounging. I love it. Yeah, it's great stuff. I'm really buzzing about it. Life Remixed is going to help a lot of people. I think a lot of people just go from that kind of sort of dissatisfied, potentially unhappy kind of state where we're just a bit up and down, to actually like a real consistent enthusiasm, happy for no reason. Yeah, from Marcy, happy for no reason and just focused and going for it. And in a good place. So I'm going to be appearing on lots of podcasts and interviews and all sorts of stuff in the coming weeks. Yesterday I was interviewed by BBC Radio Surrey and Sussex, so that was nice. Look, the sky's the limit. Bob Proctor's sending my short story about the yellow T-shirt out to 1 million people in a couple of weeks as well. So I'm here to help. That's it. I'm here to help. It's a beautiful Wednesday. All right, it might not be the greatest weather, but so what? It's good for the ducks and the grass and all that stuff. Good times will return, good weather will return, and we will be able to start having a few holidays and the things that give us the real juice of life again. We'll be able to have all of that. We just got to keep focused and keep chin up. Yeah, absolute chin up. That's a great question. What are your honest desires for the book to do sales-wise? Not specific figures, but generally. Do you know what, Andy? It's incredible, actually. You put a book out and you've got absolutely no idea what it's going to do. You've released the book yourself, haven't you? It's an interesting thing. I mean, we've had lots and lots of interest. We've got a few hundred pre-orders that we've done. I'm really over the moon about the fact that so many people would like a signed copy, so that's great. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the endorsements we've had alone, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Steve says it's like putting a record out. Yeah, very true. I mean, all you can do is make a song and it becomes like your baby, right? It's like, it's like you've created a track, or in this case, I've created a book. So you create it and then you go, right, okay, well, off you go into the world, and see what happens. If people like it, and it strikes a chord with people, then, all of you few hundred people that have pre-ordered it, if you then all tell your friends and they all tell their friends and they all tell their friends, and Bob Proctor emails 1 million people and says, read Life Remixed, and Marcy Shimoff, who, by the way, sold hundreds of millions of books and been involved in Chicken Soup for the Soul and stuff like that. I don't know, you might be sitting here with just a few hundred of us online and stuff like that. You might just be sitting here and thinking, well, we're just going to have a nice little read. And it could explode, couldn't it? It could explode into something huge. My mission is to help as many people as possible. My mission is to help as many people as possible that could be going through a crisis, or hopefully to avoid a crisis altogether. Because if you follow the strategies in Life Remixed, you won't necessarily end up in the difficult, dark kind of place. And there's another great question. Is it coming out on audio book? Yeah, it will do, but a couple of months later. So the plan will be to get this book out, and then the audio book will be probably, I'm guessing, we'll record it in March and put it out in April. So bear with me on that one. We'll get the written version done first, and then the audio book will be out in a couple of months' time. Read by my own dulcet tones, I'm sure. I'm actually talking to a few people about trying to get some music into the audiobook. So fingers crossed, watch this space. I'm talking to a few labels that own the music that I made, and I want to see if I can get a few tracks into the audiobook, just as sort of like intermittent sort of punctuation points throughout the audiobook. So watch this space. There's lots of work going on in the background, I promise you. But I just want to give you this quote as well that I missed out earlier on. Abraham Lincoln said this. Abraham Lincoln, obviously, one of the finest US presidents who abolished slavery and did some amazing stuff in the USA, and was a very, very well thought of and well traveled around the States at the time president. And he says, folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. It's true that folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. It's about a decision, and it's about, I'm deciding that today, not another minute, I'm going to be unhappy. I'm just going to choose to be happy. I'll make up my mind to be happy. Whatever happens outside of me is happening outside of me, but within, nobody can rob me of my inner joy and inner happiness. And it's a good place to be. it's a good place to be. So I wish it for every one of you, every person who reads Life Remixed. I hope you get, well, I know you'll get loads of value out of it, but I hope you get the end result that you can be happy for no reason. So look, that's it for this morning. I've got another call with Australia in 10 minutes time, so I need to prepare. But I want to wish you lots and lots of love. I want to give you nothing but positive vibes here on a Well Done Wednesday. You create it, you put it out there, and you see what happens. It's for others to enjoy. That's exactly it, mate. That's exactly it. And you can talk about family that way. You can talk about books, records. You know, many of us who are record producers, we're creative people, aren't we? We come up with ideas, we create things, and then we put it out there, and we hope the dance floor enjoys it, and other people, you know, get buzzed up about it. Same process with a book, I'd say. So my hope and dream for every one of you, I'm reckoning that this might be my Aussie client. It's this Facebook user. G'day, Mark. I reckon that might be Stu. Hi, Stu. If it is you, I'll be with you in 10 minutes, mate. Excellent. So as far as I'm saying is that, you know, I want you to get maximum value out of Life Remixed and everything that's going on, because we're going to be putting on some 5 days to remix your life events. So we're going to be doing that in about probably the middle of March. And I'm going to do another e-colours awareness session at the end of March. And any of you that have been on the e-colours previously, if you want to join again, then you will do for completely free. But next time I'll be putting you into another group. So if you're top colour yellow, I'll be putting you into another group, maybe with the greens. So you can see how the greens think and how they put things together. So that's going to be fun, I know. So it's going to be a good experience. So yeah, March is going to be another busy month with Life Remixed available to all, and then yes, events and good times and things off the back of it. Wayne Perry, thank you, Wayne. Giant oaks from tiny acorns grow. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, you know, I've been doing these lives for 6 months. I've had some wonderful interaction. I've met some wonderful new people. Old friends have reached out. You know, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Lucy's just saying, have a happy day, everyone. Big love. Look at that. I love it. Brilliant. Amazing. Diana, yes, absolutely. Loved it. Thank you, Diana. That's amazing. And Wayne's just saying e-colours remixed. Yeah, absolutely. E-colours will be a part of the Life Remixed program, because that self-awareness tool is a real, you know, it's an easy win. You know, it's an easy win to understand a bit more about your strengths and then your potential limiters. And so Lewis and I are going to be moving forward. Lewis has written part of the forward to the book, and he would like me to go and talk to addiction centers in America and all sorts of stuff. So, you know, there's many things will happen over the next decade, you know, but you have to put yourself out there for it to happen. So, right, listen, I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you a wonderful, very happy Wednesday, as Lucy says. Have a great day, every single one of you. Thanks for being here. Remember, it's all about being happy for no reason from Marcy. It's all about you can heal your life from Louise. Wonderful powerhouses, powerhouse women. Peggy McCall, of course, with Savvy Wisdom, and then Bob Proctor and Kevin Green. And, you know, all these people have got a similar message, yeah, including myself. Everyone's got a similar message that, you know, what you want and what you want to create is available to you. But it starts here and it starts here. So it starts with the thoughts and the feelings and the actions. That's where it starts. Right, listen, got to go. Big love. Thanks all for the input and everything this morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Keep on keeping on.